Hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? We're live Tuesday. Can't see the words right off the bat because I want to get paid. I like money. So I try to keep the swearing after a couple of minutes. So today what we're going to talk about is, I 100% understand your frustration if you have been a part of tuning for the last, let's say, 10 years. Okay, let's say since 2011, 2012, you got your Coyote Mustang and you've grown with it, you've fallen in love with it, and you've gotten from Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, and you wonder what the hell happened. What the hell happened where tuning went, not necessarily the, let's just say the speed or performance of the vehicles, but let's just say the software and the whole aura around tuning. How has it changed, and has it forced you to switch platforms? Look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Everything we do is pretty much dictated what we can and can't do by government entities and software companies. I don't have my own software, neither does Lund Racing, and those that do are lying to you because what they're doing is piggybacking off of either Ford software or commercially available software or one way, shape, or another. Nobody really invented their own software to fuck with, because if they did, they'd have to do some licensing and they can become, liable for manipulating stuff that they shouldn't be, depending on how much they're doing volume wise. But I noticed that a lot of people, especially lately with the P0315 codes. Oh my God, guys, if I did not have to answer P0315 codes, it would be almost half of my tickets where I have to kind of let them down easily and tell them, by the way, that can be manipulated. You got to talk to the software manufacturer. It's not us. We are literally, we have our hands tied behind our backs when it comes to what the software or hardware can do. Crank relearns aren't my shit. At the end of the day, I send a tune. The car needs a crank relearn to relearn the flywheel mass and for timing and emissions crap. And if it doesn't perform a crank relearn, that's really beyond our control. Also, let's say you live in an emissions compliant state and you said, let me buy some green cats. Let me go ahead and get some Cook's headers, ultimate header, or whatever, and let me get some green cats, and you think you're doing the right thing. Then you install them and you get P0420, P0430 codes. And your tuner then tells you, I cannot shut off those lights. That those are emissions related items. And if I shut off those lights, it's a slippery slope. Then the header manufacturer yells at you and says, wait a minute. Of course the thresholds are going to be beyond factory limits. They're higher flowing. They're higher flowing cats. So you have to do something. Okay, show me in the tune where I can manipulate the threshold and have it be not an emissions manipulating situation. It is a very weird time now. And has that weirdness caused you to hesitate to even try to modify? Why even should I mess with new stuff if I'm just going to have a bunch of, lights, check engine lights, and a whole bunch of crap on the dash when my brand new car with a warranty looks like it's lit up? It looks like something's damaged. And if you have a check engine light for, let's say, P0420, P0430, and then another check engine light pops up, you don't even bother to check because it's been on for months on end. And you're like, what the hell do I have to do? What are you going to do? Are you leaving the modern Coyote or any platform? You saw what happened with Cobb. You saw what happened with everybody because of EPA stuff. Is it making you hesitate on messing with modern stuff? We'll talk about that. Then we'll do a giveaway. We're giving away a set of lightweight S197 brakes. And last week, the DNA High Performance N2MB Watt Box was not claimed. So we will give it away today, but not before Bill O'Reilly announces the show.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah. And as always, thank you again. Really, really thank you for the sponsors, the people that keep the disco ball rolling in the background. It hasn't stopped. It has never stopped. Two Auto Solutions, Rami did it on Two Auto Solutions, Puerto Rico. Race Motive, the best roll racing league out there. Race Motive, DNA High Performance, DNAHighPerformance.com, giving away N2MB Watt Box. Parts Farm, got a bunch of new cars in, bunch of cars. Check them out, partsfarm.com. Conquer Performance, testing on some new stuff. I'm playing around with stuff. Car's running good. Can't complain. I got to get on E85 ASAP. Ultimate Header, ultimateheader.com. Ultimate Headers on Instagram. The best headers for late model Mustangs and swap headers. Period. PMAS, Nick James, PMAS. Great supporter of the channel. Love him very much. And Ben Calamer got his 2019 rolling with a T56 Whipple, 10% and a 3.6 upper. He's looking to go 9s in it. So want to say thank you to the sponsors. And we'll say hi to the people. Talk a little bit for about 10 minutes about what I think is happening with the modern tuning game. We'll hear from Fake JJ. That's right, Fake JJ is going to make an appearance today.
I know that I could beat him on the street because I'm most street.
Talk to him for a little bit, and then we'll get your questions, comments, and concerns. Just did a 2000 MCR India League. Garage Bill Coyote says, let's keep it PG. He must not know the show. By the way, thanks for the money on PayPal. If you want to donate to the show but not have YouTube take 30%, you can hit me up directly on PayPal. The stuff is in the, but again, I'm not begging for that, but I appreciate him doing that before the show. D-Rock Fox, Monty Rogers, Nitrous Body Supplies, Abdullah Ali, D-Rock Fox, Tony D, Second Shift Racing, Pito Chiquito, Angel Puerto Rico, Coyote Austin, Paul Ponthieu, Joe Jackson, Monty Rogers, Paul Ponthieu again, Diego Flores, Joe Swish, Bryson Witt got himself a T56. Good for you, Coyote Austin. Michael Kennedy, I'd like for him to, what the fuck he's talking about? What's he say? I'd like for him to cover Coyote Austin. What the hell just happened? I would like for him to cover what he thinks he should pay for Coyote Engine. Okay. Paul Ponthieu, Heat, S2R, B Harper, 1320, back Tacoma, Garage Built again. Bryson Way again, 05, F-150 XL, Corsa Gaze, Dunn, Robostyle, Whipple, Cripple, Omar, Frank Weaver, Caleb, Cox, Clip Got the Horse, Darren Harper, Valley 10 Speed. Bro, Valley 10 Speed is going to get a website up. He's going to start selling parts. Valley 10 Speed. Good luck in that small business, brother. Good for you. I love that. It takes balls to do some shit on your own. Dre Day Guy Bravo again. JD Swag, Cornfed, Matt 2011, Joe Mendoza, Andrew Stotts, Not a 5-0, Boosley, Theo, Luis Mascoro, Mike Wilson, Ignacio Ramirez, Corey Grayley. What's up? He's like a regular now. I love seeing him here because he has one of the perfect examples of what you can do with a Gen 2 with minor stuff. Is it still SBE, stock bottom end? I know it's studded, but who cares? Is it still stock short block? Large Marketable Liquor, that was his name back in the day. Clutch Dumpin', TJ Sikorsky Gray, Peter Child, More Pubes, More Booze, B. Lavesh, Clean 93 GT, SVS Savar Martinez, Kev Whippled, Chris P. Duck, Rodney B. Garage Book ID again, Isaiah Davalas, Salva Matera again, Turbo Dan, 2011 GT, Chivos Adventures, Abel, Vini T, Garage Built again. Thank you, Dot, for the $5, Matt 2011. I have a brand new set of blue silicon Mission Motor radiator hoses, 15 to 17. If you want them for a giveaway, send them over. Send them to Power by the Hour. Went for a ride in the Rivian R1T, neck snap and acceleration. It was dumb, unbelievable performance. Ruben, Bondover, GG, Isaiah, and Van. Say hello. Okay, so with modern tuning come modern problems. We saw that the EPA got slapped down the other day because they can't deem certain bodies of water. Oh, hey, FFRE, nothing wrong with that, brother. Good for you. That's why it's running a 3. I was like, sheesh, that thing is moving. Good for you. FFRE builds really good stuff. Good for you. Good for them. They're local to you and they're local to the camp, right? The camp that you fucks with, MSR, MSR? I think they all run FFRE stuff and they're local to the Lunds. And I think we're going to try some of their stuff on the Gen 3 car. So, because of the modern tuning game, a lot of you guys probably have access to your own calibrations. And that's probably not a dumb thing to do. Let's say, for instance, you get tuned by HP tuners and your tuner is able to give you the file, right? We're not doing that. Fuck that. But let's say you are tuned via HP tuners in a small shop. He gives you the file. You go ahead and shut off the lights. You have 0 lights. But then you want to change combos. Let's say you go from a Whipple, right, to a GT350 throttle body twin turbo car with locked cams. Well, your local tuner can't do that. He doesn't even know how to tune a Gen 2, a Gen 3 with locked cams, or a Gen 2 with locked cams, or a Gen 1 with locked cams. So you go, shit, I got to go to Lund, the best in the game. And then you get it. And you're like, wait a minute. All these lights are up. Why are these lights up? My previous tuner didn't have any issues with lights. All of a sudden I got lights. What are these lights for? Oh my God, I got a turbo car. Of course these lights are going to pop up. So we have to eventually come to grips with what we're dealing with in modern tuning. It's not 2015 anymore. It's not even 2018 anymore. It's now a time where a guy could have a dick and say he's a woman and you have to be okay with it. No, you don't, not really. Fuck that. But what I'm saying is society is really fucked up. Nothing makes sense. Up is down. Down is up. It's bizarro world. So what are you going to do? Do you just say, I just bought my dream car. Let's say your dream car was a 2023 GT Performance Package, auto, fully loaded. And you want to throw a Vortec blower, ESS blower, Whipple blower on it. Little header action, pump gas, 52-pound injectors, 55s, whatever, and be happy. Then you got lights. And you go, what the hell do I have to do to shut off these lights? This car was a $55,000 car, fully loaded. And I got a $10 or $11 or $12,000 Whipple and a fuel system, or just, bapping 55s. I'll be damned if I'm going to stare at a check engine light the whole time. Okay, well, guess what? You're going to have to. Because of the modern tuning game and the modern, let's just say, enforcement of the Clean Air Act, you're going to start to experience brand new cars have check engine lights. And you're going to have to understand that if we want to stay in business and still tune the fastest, best calibrations out there, period, we're going to have to operate within the law. We're going to have to operate within the law. We can't go above and beyond. We can't shut lights off. We can't do certain things. So you're going to have to live with that. Can you live with that? As a hot rodder, can you live with that? You guys have noticed what I've been doing. And if you haven't noticed what I've been doing, I don't know. It depends on how close you watch the show. I bought a Fox body with a carburetor. Then I bought an '09 vehicle. Understand, I bought an '09 vehicle that I have access to the calibration and I tune myself. Not in a tuning capacity, meaning it is not a Lund-tuned car. It is, me and a bunch of other dudes that have helped me out. They're super nice and I pay them to get the car tuned like I think it should drive. It still needs a lot of work. That's why when I get over at E85 and see the drivability the drivability works itself out with an older computer, big injector, and E85. So what are you going to do if you're one of these guys that literally have to stay within the law? And if you're a shop where your money is made, it's make or break depending on the tuner you have a relationship with. Now you're going to have to tell your customer your car that came in without any check engine lights is going to leave with 300 more horsepower and check engine lights. And you're going to have to tell the customer this because we live in the post EPA enforcement era. And you can't really fuck around so that you have to find out what's happening later on. You have to be smart about that. And the customer has to be very aware of what's happening. So, customer, are you willing to take your beautiful PPG, ceramic coated, beautiful car that you covet, take it to a notable shop that know what they're doing, and leave with a check engine light, but it has 700 horsepower? Some people aren't down with that shit. Some people are psycho OCD people that use like NASA tape on their cold airs and they insulate their fuel lines, and they're psycho and they're like, oh my God, this thing has to be absolutely perfect. And the moment you get in it, turn it on, drive it down the block, boom, check engine light. You bring it back to the garage. They say it's PO420, 430. You say you got high flow cats. This thing is not going to pass inspection because it's got high flow cats. Now what? Because you live in an emission state. Well, you got to find yourself a plug. The guy that's willing to do that. I see that all the time on Instagram. All the time on Instagram. People be like, tap in for your emissions plug. I'm like, wow, okay, these guys are willing to commit a felony for $50 or $100. Crazy to me. But there are ways of getting around it. But as a tuner, I can't do anything about that. I literally have to work within the confines of the law. And you either have to be down with it or not down with it. You're not down with it? Are you willing to go to a older platform and have access to the tune and tune it yourself, sort of? Or tuners maybe aren't that much of a stickler about having the calibration locked. And I'm not saying Coyote Mustang. I'm saying anything else where you can draw it with HP tuners legally and manipulate the check engine lights and stuff yourself. I think that's probably going to be your best option if you want a modded car at all. Or you do what most people do. They buy a brand new car that isn't able to be tuned, like Chevy stuff with Global B, or potentially brand new Raptor Rs and Mustangs and whoever knows what else can't be tuned, and live with the factory horsepower. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I would absolutely drive a Viper for probably a year or two before I even thought about tuning it, because that car to me would be a perfect road race car. I want all the nannies. I want all the traction control. I want all the modes. I want all the stuff that makes it, until I outgrow or outperform or outdrive the capabilities of a insanely capable vehicle like a Gen 5 Viper, which probably won't happen, I'm probably going to be okay because that car is not going to be a roll car. It's not going to be a drag car. It's going to be a road race car. The Corvette that I have, it's a roll car. And it stops pretty good. That's all. It turns okay. It's not great. If I wanted it to be a badass Nürburgring car, I should have left it alone and just driven it bone stock and lived with 630 horsepower. But people like me are psycho, and we live in the United States where roll racing and drag racing is king, and that's why I wanted that car in particular. But I wasn't willing to live with the modern ways of tuning. Again, I work for Lund Racing, so I have to, live within that umbrella. And I'm just like, God damn it, maybe I should just get something older like the Fox Body, who doesn't have a check engine light in the world because it's carbureted, or the Corvette that I have access to the tune. And if I want to manipulate things, I can. What are your options? What are you going to do? Talk about it. Have you hesitated and balked at the potential building of some modern vehicles? And because of the EPA stuff, you're like, I'm going to wait to see how all this shakes out. Again, giving away a lightweight S197 rear brake kit today. Basically, this in brackets to relocate your caliper. This is from Billet Pro Shops, but Race Motive. Shout out to Race Motive they provided a set of S197 lightweight rotors. I don't know how lightweight they are. They seem pretty heavy, but they're probably lighter than the stock stuff. So the person that wins at 9:30, we'll do a little trivia stuff, give it away, and then we'll give away the N2MB watt box that nobody claimed last week. They never got an email. They never got contacted. DNA never got contacted. So we'll go ahead and give that away. But before that, I was able to get in touch with Fake JJ. We all love JJ.
I know that I could beat him on the street
JJ
because
the
I'm
Boss
most
is
street.
one of the more lovable characters we love here. And I had a chance to do a little interview session with him. And I asked him a couple of things. Like, look, when you got into racing, what were the first rules when you first got into racing? And he told me this.
Now looky here, these be them rules for the race. Number 1, jump and I eat your ass. Number 2, the chase is anal sex. And 3, if you jump, we come in your booty hole. Oh. Who's in?
Wow. Well, JJ, that sounds like a very controversial race. Like, I don't know who would ever join that kind of situation. You have anything else to say about that?
Whenever I jerk off, I think of that one time Big Chief bent over to adjust his wheelie bar, and I saw a little bit of his ass crack. Oh. Man, if that bull ever let me ride his junk, he'd never know
what happened. He must have caught himself. What else do you think about the other racers on the street?
Am I the only one that gets a hard-on when Dominator races? I mean, those blue eyes are to die for.
Whoa. Hey, controversial. JJ, I know you're street up.
I know that I could beat him on the street because I'm most street.
I know.
I know Ryan has all that fancy shit, but I know I can beat him on the street because I'm more street up.
Wow. Unbelievable. Do you have anything else to say, Mr. JJ the Boss?
Man, I'll race you. How about this bet? If I win, I suck your dick. If I lose, I suck your dick twice.
Whoa. Now that is some Louisiana rules.
Are you man enough to run me? Line up, pussy. I bet you won't race me without clothes on.
Wow. Why would you want to drag race without clothes on? That's so weird.
One time Sean farted on a chair and I ran over and sniffed it because I'm more streeter than him.
Wow. Well, JJ, that's very controversial. I don't know how.
Now looky here. These be them rules for the race. Number 1, jump and I eat your ass.
Whoa.
Number 2, the chase is anal sex. And 3, if you jump, we come in your booty hole. Who's in?
Wow. Well, I don't think I want to run that race, but hey, thank you very much, Fake JJ, for coming in and hanging out with us for a little bit. Just appreciate it.
Are you man enough to run me? Line up, pussy. Whoa. I bet you won't race me without clothes on.
Oh, unbelievable. Mr. JJ, Fake JJ the Boss.
I know that I could beat him on the street because I'm most street.
Appreciate you very much for showing up on the chat. Wow, what a controversial. The thing he said about Big Chief is so wild. Like the Big Chief line really got me.
Whenever I jerk off, I think of that one time Big Chief bent over to adjust his wheelie bar, and I saw a little bit of his ass crack. Man, if that bull ever let me ride his junk, he'd never know.
Wow, unreal. Well, anyway, yeah, just wanted to thank Fake JJ for hanging out here for a little bit. Nice, good stuff, good stuff. Someone says AI is insane. TJ Sikorsky, is that AI? No, hey, that's Fake JJ. Fake JJ decided to show up and say hello. Again, guys, that is Fake JJ, courtesy of 11labs.io. I also have Fake Big Chief on 11labs.io. And, maybe he wants to say something. Maybe next week we can have Big Chief on, Fake Big Chief, and let's see if he says something controversial or if he says something that's wild. But again, it's Fake Big Chief, so I want to make sure that, people understand that, his time is very valuable. So I want to make sure that if he decides to come on, it's all good. What's the guy he always beefs with? Like the guy he always beefs with, supposedly Big Chief. And what's the other guy's name? The guy that looks like he's red all the time. He's got like, he literally looks like he's stressing out his car burnt down not too long ago. I forget his name, but I think they have beef all the time. Everyone needs to blow up that clip until Chief shares it. I don't think Chief is going to answer to what Fake JJ is saying, because I think he's got enough stuff on his plate to answer what he thinks about Big Chief's crack.
Whenever I jerk off, I think of that one time Big Chief bent over to adjust his wheelie bar, and I saw a little bit of his ass crack. Man, if that bull ever let me ride his junk, he'd never know.
Wow, he's wild. I mean, JJ doesn't give a fuck. Reaper, that's right. Him and Reaper, I think, actually like each other. I think they kissed and made up, and they're gonna of their this thing is turning off. I don't know the whole inner workings of their situation. Let me see. Let me see. I think Fake Big Chief has something to say. Okay. So apparently, Fake Big Chief has something to say about Reaper.
I like Reaper's sweet red ass. I want to turn it inside out like a sock.
Whoa, unreal. So yeah, we might hear from him on Thursday. Someone asked if my POV video was a video game or AI. I can't believe I had to clarify that it was real. Yep, case of having to be online, flash vehicles, and VP enforcing. That bull, exactly. Not sure if JJ or James Brown. Hello, I'm from Hash Brown Town tonight. What's up, True Viate Racing? I could clone his voice, no problem. Street In-Laws boosted the king of small tires. Nah, I mean, some of these guys have like no sense of humor. So look, some of these guys need to just like stay out of the fake, deep fake stuff that we got going on here. Again, it's a comedy show. JJ the Boss is the best though. Like a sock. Oh my God. Like it's gross. It's gross. And it's weird how the AI generates it. It's kind of like weird.
I like Reaper's sweet red ass. I want to turn it inside out like a sock.
Anyway, back on the tuning stuff. Have you guys thought that you were gonna have you had plans of building something, and because of the recent EPA stuff made you go, nah, I ain't gonna fucks with it. I'm good. I'm just gonna leave it alone. There's no meat in that bone, and I get on that bone, but I get that. Some guys don't give a shit. Some guys are out there racing. Some guys just want to go fast, and they trust their tuner that the car's going to run good. And regardless if they have a check engine light for emissions, components, or whatever, the car's going to run fine. You got to thank Ford for that. If you take a brand new Ford from the factory, I've said this many times, especially a Mustang, and you take the cats off, it's going to run fine. It's going to throw PO420, PO430 codes. But at the end of the day, it's not going to take power away from the situation. Now, another thing I wanted to mention that you guys, I love you guys, but you guys are pretty dense. Not all of you, but the ones that decided to answer the poll. I put up a poll the other day of what should I do next in terms of a build series. And some of you guys, you guys are just special. So according to you guys, apparently reading comprehension is not a thing. Like definitely not a thing. So check this out. I put up a poll yesterday asking, what build series should I do next? Again, I have started making videos outlining builds. Gen 1 Coyote NA manual, Gen 1 Coyote 6R80. So I thought you guys were either with it or what, and you would say, well, maybe the next one should be boosted and stay on Gen 1, but listen to your answers. Listen to your answers. What did it say? Someone said, I'm just waiting for the Carb Coyote. We want Gen 1 boosted. I want to know if I should run cams or a boosted setup or not. Gen 3 boosted. I only did that a bazillion times. Someone said Gen 2 after you talk Gen 1 boosted. Okay, he gets it. Someone said Grabber Blue boosted Gen 1. I mean, he wants me to do a color. Grabber Blue boosted Gen 1. Wow, I would start Gen 1 build stages, like you say, some racing, and do another mod to race some more, then give it to me. What the hell is he talking about? That Stoosh did it. What the hell is he talking about? And this says, because NA guys are weird. I'm so lost. So basically, Gen 1 boosted is what you guys want me to do next, and I will do that. The next video will be Gen 1 manual boosted, and I have experience with that, personal experience with my black car, and then I'll do Gen 1 boosted auto because I have experience with that also via Donnie's car, because that's all I did for the first, 2 or 3 years of my tuning career was literally live in that calibration. Red Sox are the best. Turvy sounds like a crippled dude that says, let me hold the 20 and I'll get you my feet. Okay. Alex, hey Alex, the Ford mechanic said I need to replace the Whipple on my 09 Mustang GT. 09 Mustang GT. You have a 3-valve. Sunny Ginn. 7. What should I do? Can I just get your warm loads across my face? There you go. Sunny Ginn. Yes. Maybe maybe fake JJ the boss has something to say about that in particular.
Man, I'll race you. How about this bet? If I win, I suck your dick. If I lose, I suck your dick twice.
Wow. I mean, you should take that bet. That bet absolutely sounds fair. I mean, it absolutely sounds fair. We in Florida, baby. F that. Yes, sir. Wanted to get them green cats, but those are a bit pricey than the other cats are labeled as race shoes only. Now, GESI catalytic converters, I think should be looked at. They have a high-flowing design, but I'm hoping that it's the differential between the front sensor and the rear sensor are enough so that it doesn't throw P0420, P0430 codes. And catalytic converter manufacturers, hey guys, Ultimate, Cooks, ARH, anybody that offers high flow catalytic converters, you have to take a stock catalytic converter and check out the differential between the first O2 sensor and the second and have it make sense with your high flow versions, because tuners cannot manipulate any emissions components. So please stop saying the following, header manufacturers. Your tuner has to adjust it in the tune. Where? Specifically. Well, I don't know. You're a tuner. Okay. Where can I find the area that allows me to manipulate the allowable threshold? Come on, man. Stop it. Well, Alex, you should do the transport delay. Okay, got it. Alex, putting a poll for Gen 1 boosted, Gen 2 NA, people saying this, buy that. Exactly. Unreal. With long tube headers, high flows cats, throw check engine light, that it can't be turned off now. Exactly. What about Max NA, then boost? No. Max NA, I'm not even touching. That is, I think, a mental disorder, just like transgender, like gender dysphoria. I think max effort Gen 1, max effort Gen 2, Gen 3, I think you guys are mentally ill because you spend double or triple the money and time than you would have is if you would have thrown boost at it. So I am not covering max effort anything. CJ says, what are some motor freshening you do on a Gen 1 car with 100,000 miles to prepare for boost, as well as fuel delivery stuff, aiming for 600 maybe on a pack set? I'm going to be honest with you, CJ. If you're going to throw boost on a 100,000 mile motor, tear it all apart, rebuild it. New rings, check the cylinders, new guides, new bushings, new chains, everything. You might as well get a new motor at that point, because you're basically going to be replacing everything except the rotating assembly. You're going to be replacing all the bearings, all the rings, all the guides, everything. So I think you should probably get another motor at that point. No offense, because how much is if you can find them, Gen 3 short block? I don't think you can find Gen 2 short blocks anymore. You might be able to find Gen 2 F-150 short blocks all over the place. But Gen 1 or Gen 2 Mustang short blocks, I think they're real hard to come by. Alex, I'm installing the VMP IAT breakout harness soon on my 2.3, and I've heard of people having issues breaking the old plastic sensor off into the intake. Any advice? So I've never heard that happening. I've literally never heard that happening. But you can do the following, and it's not something I recommend, but if you use the brass sensor and use the breakout harness for the brass sensor, because the plastic sensor is there, in my opinion, so that when you wire the IAT into the ECU, it basically picks up IAT2. If you break out the harness with a brass sensor, then we tune it like we do a Gen 2 with that same harness. Basically, IAT becomes the blower temp. So whichever way you want to do it. Do a series on Bara. What is wrong with people? Like, do we give a fuck about Bara? We're in the United States. Bara. Savar says, and you guys told me today that via email. Once again, thanks for the information. You got it, brother. Yes, I want to hear fake. Nah, I don't want to go in on Cletus because his fans are, number one, retarded, and number two, psycho. No thanks. Get a Gen 2 short block, exactly, and build it. That's what I say. I'm just saying that people watch a Max Effort NA build. No, if they want to watch it, they can go to any other channel. You know how many people, the amount of people that want to do regular Gen 1 stuff, bolt-on stuff, outnumber Max Effort NA by like 10 to 1. So I'm going to make a video for the tiny, tiny, tiny amount of people that want to do Max Effort Gen 1, 2, 3 NA. Bro, stop it. Stop it. You already know the combo. I've said it on this show a bazillion times. It doesn't need its own standalone video. Someone said sell one, buy a Gen 2 stalker. Yeah, the problem is finding a Gen 2 stalker. Now you go to Parts Farm, you're going to pay a pretty penny. You're going to pay good money because they're really hard to come by. A Gen 2 motor is not easy to come by. Same as a Roadrunner motor. Like Jake somehow at one point owned like 10 Roadrunner motors and like 10 GT350 motors. Rebuildable cores. I was like, where the hell did you find this stuff? He got a good deal. That was way back in the day. Just went through it. Free flowing exhaust, no codes or light. Very simple. Do research. Exactly. You mechanically can make it so that no codes appear for inefficiency codes. You just have to use your brain. And that's the problem nowadays. A lot of people go, the tuner must do everything. The tuner must take timing away. The tuner must do this. Hey, I put on a pulley combo. Now the tuner needs to pull power. No. The car is 90% adjustable by you. You don't want to make too much boost on pump gas? Lower the boost. You want to have a bigger differential between the front sensor and the rear sensor? Use your brain. Really use your brain. Only way Max Effort NA is worth it is when it's class racing, and it makes sense, beneficial to do so. Other than that, it's dumb as hell. Exactly. Coyote stock is a perfect example. 9-second Fox bodies, SNs, and Thunderbirds, stick shift, stock sealed motor. It's just a light car. So if a car runs 980 in Coyote stock trim, bone stock sealed motor as per the rules, you don't think somebody can drop a second off of that by adding a Cobra jet, ported heads, maybe a 5.2, and not tell anybody that it's a 5.2, badass cams, and an exotic fuel that contains nitro? You don't think if you add another 150 horsepower via those mods, you don't think at that race weight, which is like 2,800, the car will run 8s? Of course it will. There is no magic sauce. What is so badass about you building that when Coyote stock cars run 980 stick shift? So again, there is no magic sauce. It's the weight. It's the weight. 100%. It is nothing else but how light the car is. There's no tuning sauce. There's no magic sauce. Cams, ported head, Cobra jets, maybe a 5.2 that you didn't tell anybody about. Shifted at 8,500 RPMs, weigh 2,800 pounds. Simple. I'm blown away that people think there's some kind of tuning magic when it comes to NA car. You know what? Lund Racing doesn't know how to tune NA cars. No, it's because we discourage people from doing stupid shit. Wait, you want to take your S550? You're starting with a 3,800 pound car. And now you're going to gut it down to 2,900. Okay. That's stupid. Oh, what should I do? Throw turbos in it and run 7s. And they do. But then the derps go, fuck Lund. They don't want to do it like I want to do it. So then you go through 15 tuners, and after the car weighs 2,800 pounds, hell, your grandmother can tune it to go 9s. Do you foresee Gen 2, Gen 3 prices going up in value with S650 coming out? Yes. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes. I think pretty soon GT500 is going to start going up in price, like the Demon, like the Charger, like the Challenger, like the ZR1, like Viper, like all those cars that will never be made again. You're going to start seeing the price creep up. And because we have absolutely everything available in the calibration for a Gen 3 from 2020 and down, like I would still take a 2020, 19, or 18 GT over a 21, 22, 23. For the sheer fact that we have everything available via the tune. Now, that can change with a simple flick of a switch. And I'm not going to say what flick of a switch that is, but it requires people wanting to make sales. It requires people wanting to make money, wanting to team up with the best Ford tuner there is. And if they're not willing to do that, it is to their own detriment, in my opinion. Alex must have been watching Cletus testing Nitro. No, it's been a thing since, I don't know, the 60s. It's been a thing forever. Okay, disregard my previous question. I'll figure it out myself, thanks to Wolf. Curious what Joe Pesci would do like on AI. I'm good. You guys need to keep... Okay, the comedy has to be brought here by me because a lot of you guys say some of the dumbest shit that isn't funny. Love you. The mileage is the issue. Bearings and rings need to be replaced. Your build series really is worth weight in gold for folks. They prevent people from wasting time and money. Love them. You got to understand. There are people right now that watch those videos, and they're a very generic way of building a car. People literally told me, Alex, there's no way a Gen 1 car can go 10s NA on E85 with a 6F converter at 3,400 pounds, Cobra Jet, and Boss intake, and a PMAS with a stock throttle body. I've seen it. I've tuned it. My car was 1/10 away from that in the red car. Stock cams, stock heads, GT350 manifold, 87mm throttle body, PMAS cold air. 1/10 away at 3,600 pound race weight. So you don't think I can do that in a 3,400 pound S197 with a solid rear axle and a 6F converter? I absolutely can do it. Not a problem. Grandpa Race Car says, call-in show. Yeah, I'll do a call-in show for TDC. Why not? I really don't have much to talk about, but I'll just call in and let you guys run the show. Call me gay, but I'm shooting for a 630 real horsepower, 2,900 race weight when I'm back out. And G101 trans. Well, I mean, that'd be cool. Can't wait for Gen 2 build guide. Hey, Bundlebird, you might actually know you can't run Coyote stock because your shit's super modified. James Williams says, you just spoke the truth about folks wanting to do high power NA builds. It's the same on the LS side. Boost, damn it. Boost, boost, boost. Now, I don't say because I don't think I can tune it. It is cake. Put in the stoic, put in a colder plug. Okay. Let's really talk about max effort NA guys. Number one, they think it's cheaper. The reason you see guys get into max effort NA because they think it's cheaper. They think it's cost effective. And then when you actually add up everything you've done, you've made your car absolutely unusable, and it is now a tin can piece of junk you can only drive to the meets and race. That's it. Meanwhile, a boosted guy can do anything in that car. He can drive to California and back on 10 PSI and whoop your ass, not a problem. But let's just talk about what it takes to run, let's say, bottom nines in any Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3 application. You need a very exotic fuel that can melt spark plugs. And you need to run a fuel system as if you were running 1,300 horsepower turbo stuff. ID 1300s or ID 1700s, return style fuel system, because the fuel you're using is a very exotic nitro mix. There is no magic sauce. Are you willing to blow it up? Yes? Okay, then go ahead. I would discourage you to do that because it is safer for you to run boost and cheaper. And you can be full weight and gap motherfuckers. But no! You, for whatever reason, want to stick to NA gayness. So I discourage you. I highly discourage you from doing NA stuff. And if you come to Lund Racing, everybody is going to discourage you from doing that. Hey, I have a trumpet intake. Take it off, stupid. Put a PMAS on it. Why? I paid $800 for it. Congratulations. Trumpets are way cheaper than that. What stall is a 6F? Didn't see the video, huh? Didn't see the video. There's a video on it. There's my whole build series on the red car. A video I just uploaded 2 days ago. Didn't see the video. That blows my mind. When people ask a question that has been talked about for episodes. Unreal. I am not going to do an NA Max series. It's not happening. It does require special education. I'd have to put on a helmet. I know nitro has been a thing forever, but the gain difference on the motor alone mixed nitro is crazy. No shit. It's been a thing forever. It's been a thing since the beginning of fucking time. Oh my God, people. Yeah, exactly, Bonderbird. NA is not cheaper. RTB says, Alex, I need a tune for my 7th NA tune. Got my tax return at $365.35. Can I pay the rest in food stamps for a tune? People will rip the carpet out of the cars, but still weigh 350 pounds. The car doesn't need a diet. Just got my lunch today and hopefully firing it up this week. Swap up this week. Alex, any benefit of the dyno session or the watt tuning? One over the other? Thanks, bitch. Not NA. Matt class, not NA. NA, you don't need to go on a dyno. It's a waste of time, in my opinion. Alex, what does Lund usually set the red line for a Gen 2 boosted 2.3 Roush? 75, 7800. I like to set it at 7850. That way, if you miss a shift, it doesn't flare too high, but you also want to shift at 7500 because I've seen some people say that they're driver mod. I'm a driver mod. I'm a really good. Oh, no. Alex, don't worry about me. I'm a real good driver. And then you see the shift and it takes like a second and it flares to 8200 RPMs. So I'm like 7850 is a nice middle ground. It actually costs more power to do high NA builds. I wish the car parts I need were cheaper. Makes me not even want to buy all the expensive stuff. Just chill on my current motor. Garage Build says max effort in the road race world means it works so well, it's a lifetime significantly shorter for the performance. But Alex, hear me out. A Deepfake 400 and a boosted pump. Again, guys, a Deepfake 400 flows about the same as a stock pump with a BAP. So buy a BAP. We did it because we're doing something different. No, you're not doing anything different. What are you doing different than throwing nitro on an NA car? What are you proving, Danny Bill? So let's say you go 890 with your, I'm not going to say the specs, respect to your build, whatever, but let's say you're running 890 and I beat you in my E-Force, fully loaded, second gear leave, 10R80 car in E85. People don't care that you're NA or not because this guy with the boost has a stock motor built by some guy named Steve at a Ford assembly plant. And then you add up your receipts, Danny, and you're going to go, the guy with the stock motor and full interior was right there next to my all out, max effort, everything at it, NA car. If you want to hang your hat on that, vaya con Dios. But I think that's crazy. I think that's absolutely crazy. I watch those vids. I don't know the codes, but everyone should know that if you want a better ET, you need a higher stall converter. I'm a 5th gen Camaro group, max effort NA guys. They're cringy as fuck. They don't use their cars for racing or nothing else. They use their car, they're racing for nothing else. They call me gay for being able to take my car out for ice cream. Coyote says, hell yeah, thank you. The 6R80 is nice, getting used to it. Again, for my 10R80, the paddle does have a slight delay. Forget the paddle. Just Jesus Christ, it's a fucking auto. Let it auto shift. I usually have to hold my gear and then put the shift in the drive while pulling. Sounds like Cleater, right. Stop being an EcoBoost owner and buy a fuel system with full 85. Micro records don't win races. Exactly. Like Corey Grayley probably got off, right? Corey Grayley is a good example. And I know I use him a lot, but he is the perfect example. He had a stock bottom end car. And it was running 880. Do you think anyone gave a shit that it was a stock bottom end car? And let's say a guy that had a slightly more built motor, was going 860s. He's like, shit, I just want to go fast. And what's the best way to get there? Okay, I'll build my bottom end, go. Done. But the NA guys spend $20,000 to run what a stock motor with boost can. I repeat, NA guys will gut their car, look up custom cam stuff, port the intake manifold so that it is paper thin, run a very exotic fuel. I mean, everything. And then they go to the track, line up against the guy that drove there, fully loaded with the 85 and 20 pounds of boost, and be neck and neck going down the track. Do you think anyone in the stands go, yeah, but that one's NA, so it matters more? No. Boy, that was a close race. Next race. So, cool if you want to do an NA. There is no NA max effort class. There is no NA max effort trophy. There is no prize for doing max effort NA. There is nothing. And if you want to build an NA car to showcase what you can do, a customer would be nuts to duplicate that build. Nuts. Wait. You want me to spend $25,000 to run the same number I'm currently running with a fully loaded car and a Whipple and E85? Yep. I don't think I'm down with that shit. NA is absolutely a waste of time on Coyote stuff. Now, if you shove all that stuff in a Fox body, now we're talking. Oh, you want to shove a exotic badass motor in a 2,600 pound Fox with a face plated or whatever T56? Oh, now you got my attention. But in an NA 10R80 car that started its life as 3,600 pounds? Come on, stop it. I love you. I do. I love everyone that tries that shit. But you are mentally ill. Alex, he's max effort NA guys loving knowing, but NA kept up with, yeah, but my NA car kept up with your boosted car. Your NA max effort $15,000 to $25,000 motor car. Stop it. Alex, talked to Brent from ESS. As you know, I'm getting the 120 for my G2 with the G3 intercooler. I really want to go down to 115 on 93. Brevin said, knock might be an issue. Your thoughts? He's right. Listen to Brevin. He's right. You don't want more than 10 PSI on a Coyote. Okay. You don't want more than 10 or 11 PSI on any Coyote of any generation on pump gas. I hope that covers everything. It is so simple. Gotta run. Catch replay later, Bondo. Micro records exist for those who can't win races. I guess. Look. So, the 6R80, quickest 6R80 is a micro record. Right? Because nobody cares that it's a 6R80. I don't care that it's a 6R80. The Lunds do because they want to take it to the absolute depths of hell. They want to go after it. Cool. I think it's crazy. If you ask them, I have been advocating for a Turbo 400 or a Glide in that car for probably 2 years now. But that is their game. They want to do that. I'm like, because at the end of the day, the people that are at the stands go, oh, look, Lund Racing's here. Wow, badass. What are they racing in? They're racing in street car. Okay. Oh, man, they ran 690, but they lost to Cleater, who went 650s. Does anyone care that it had a 6R80 in it? In my opinion, no. Now, the people that know go, oh my God, that is so badass. But those are like, percentage-wise, 2% of the racing population, maybe 1.5% of the racing population that look at that and go, that is truly impressive. I look at it and go, cool. What can it do with a 400? I'm crazy like that, I guess. People in the stand would be like, wow, that was an aim. Still not faster than my buddies Eat Chili Dog. Will a tune only 10R80 make a big difference? 60 to 130 from stock. Yes, King Matt. Again, you can get firmer shifting and higher shifting, meaning you can shift the car at 7,500 RPM and a firmer shift that will allow the torque reduction to be pretty much negated. It'll gain a good amount in the 60 to 130. I don't know how much, but if you have good octane, I'd say at least a couple of tenths easily. What's the name of that Red Fox with the NA record? How much did he spend to be slower than Midnight? I don't know who that is. I don't know what you're talking about. No offense, I don't know who you're talking about. Sawar says, awesome, thanks. I'll have the fuel system next year and drop down to 120 and let her rip. Appreciate the advice. Got it, brother. Jake says, Alex, I've seen many ESS guys running 120mm pulley, 91 octane and 93 octane. Thought it was too much. Can a G2 run 115 in this case? I think a G2 can run 115. The guys running 120mm on a G3 or G3X, I think are crazy. My car made 720 rear wheel horsepower, about 11.5 PSI, a little too much in my opinion, at 7,500 RPMs. Again, they qualify their pulleys at a lower RPM than Lund Racing lets the car shift at. So if you have a Gen 3 10R80 car and ESS says this pulley makes 10 PSI. At what RPM? 7,200. Well, we're shifting at 7,500. Well, do you want me to back it down to 7,200? I'll back it down to 70. Oh, no, I want 7,500. Okay, now it's making 11 or 12 PSI at 7,500. So, in my opinion, the boost chart should be overlaid with RPM also. Micro records are self-appointed participation trophies. I was never proud of my car when it was NA. I don't get all the dumb NA hype. Me neither. I never understood it. Like when my car was NA, my red car, I went, cool, but like then I got my ass whooped by a Whipple car. Then I got my ass whooped by a, like ESS car, Vortec car. A Vortec car on pump gas will fuck me up. And now I went, this thing, the drivability sucks because it has a 6F converter. It has dumps. It's light. It doesn't handle well because of the wheels. It had the full interior. The K member was, helped out with weight transfer, but the ride wasn't good. Now, my ESS G3X 19 was a 6.8, 6.7 car, 60 to 130, which is as quick as most Porsches. And that car was so much fun. Then I said, okay, I got to get out of this because I got into the ZR1 and that's a 6.1 car on pump gas. I'm like, dude, it's not even close in terms of comparison. Riley Neufeld says, before the Coyote dies, do you think Ford will make an all-wheel drive variant for the masses? I know the drag strip all-wheel drive isn't ideal, but for the street it is. But to me, an 800, 900 real horsepower Coyote that can hook anywhere else is desirable. Me too. I think Ford is going to have a day of reckoning. They're not going to get rid of the Mustang name. It'll just merge into some gay electric something. But when it comes to the ICE vehicles, I think Ford is going to have a day of reckoning where the government is going to say, that's enough. That's it. It's the end. It's time to pack it in, brother. We're done with the ICE stuff. So you have 1 more or 2 more years. And I guarantee right now, at this moment, somewhere in Detroit, there is a program somewhere in some weird, there's a file cabinet somewhere that has the specs for like the most badass Mustang that has ever been built as the last hurrah. And that car is going to be a limited production run, similar to what Dodge did with the Demon 170, where they're like, all right, it's flex fuel from the factory. It runs 8s. This is the ultimate challenger. So I'm sure there's a file cabinet somewhere that contains crazy stuff on how to give it the last hurrah. The problem is this. If you can afford it, there are already better cars out there. You know what I mean? Like, if you can afford it, there are already better cars out there. There's R8s, there's GTRs, there's Z06 Corvettes, there's C7, C8, C6. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to pay $75,000 to $110,000 for a Ford Mustang, that is the ultimate Ford Mustang, is it going to be any better than what's already out there? And if it's not, why are you going to get it? Because it's a Mustang? Okay, maybe some people are going to do that. I'm not. Poor Boy says, missed a lot of your show. Playing catch up. Keep up the good work. Full bolt on for the win. Exactly. I have a micro record and don't boast about it. I think micro records are motivation for personal goals. I agree. I agree that micro records are, let's just say, good for your own self-improvement. But I'll give you an example. 6R80 record, Lund Racing owns it. I don't care if you say first gear leave, all 6 gear 6R80, because that's like a thing. Did you know that there is a complete subsect of people like psychopaths that go, well, they're like never Trumpers. They're never 4R200 people. Never 4R200. Why? Because your tuner can't tune it. Let's just be honest. Your tuner does not have the ability to tune a 4R200 hub in a 6R80. So what do? You say, well, mine has all 6 gears. Last time I checked, you don't hit all 6 gears going down the track. Last time I checked, a lot of you dumb motherfuckers are leaving in second and ending in fourth, meaning it's a 3-speed. So shut up. Wasn't Ford making the Mustang its own brand, or did that go away? I don't know anymore. Like, look, Farley was out there talking shit on Elon Musk, and he pretty much had to eat shit on that.
Take that, Elon Musk.
He was out there saying the F-150 Lightning is the best, blah, blah, blah. Take that, Elon Musk. Oh, shit, I need your stations to charge it. And now he had to eat crow, and it was a big, fat L for people that are brand loyal to see Farley basically beg Elon Musk, let us use your stations. I was driving in Napa. I was in Lake Tahoe the other day with my children. I was driving back in my whatever. And my kid said, look, Dad, another Tesla station. Look, Dad, another Tesla station. No, Timmy and Dorothy, we have to go to the alley on the Electrify America station behind the Dollar General and give the bum an over-the-pants hand job in order to charge our F-150. Oh, not again, Dad.
Take that, Elon Musk.
Yeah. You know what? I should ask Elon if he's just let us charge our shit in his stations. They're nicer anyway. Not a problem. Bada bing, bada boom. I mean, I think Elon had something to say about that. Didn't Elon? Didn't Elon have something to say about that with Jim Farley and stuff?
This motherfucker needs to make money. Bitches ain't getting to Mars for free.
Yeah,
You dig, homie?
Yeah.
My next big product I'm inventing is Neuralink. I invented it so I can directly send dick pictures to interns I want to bang directly to their brains.
Wow. Controversial. I mean, look, one thing about him is he's always been controversial, but you know, he's one of those special cats. You know what I'm saying? I was born in Lake Tahoe. What two-step do you recommend for a Turbo 400 with a trans brake and bump? Just a normal watt box? Yeah, watt box for on a Gen 3 N2 MB watt box. On a Gen 2 or Gen 1, MSD seems to work okay. T56 guys are starting to do the same when it comes to the 5th and 6th gear delete, right? Do you think Tick Performance, when they were manual, they had 5th and 6th in their car? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, right out. Why the hell do you need 5th and 6th on a race car? Oh, no, Alex, it's in the street car class. Yeah, okay. Okay. John Bailey says the Gen 3R with ported heads and cams will lose some boost since they will have less restriction, but it'll make it back with RPM Wonder Racing Build motor. Yes, if your car gets a port, like the Greg Kong port, I would have lost boost, but I also lowered the pulley size. So that son of a bitch makes 20 PSI right now. Can you imagine the people with Ford tattoos cheering against Tesla? Now Ford is owned by China and needing Tesla to be able to continue. Could you imagine? Ford's electric vehicle lineup is dependent on its main competitor. The biggest W for Tesla was Ford sucking on the teat of Tesla to say, let us charge there. It's not a game changer for Ford. It's a game changer for Tesla, because next time you park your Ford F-150 Lightning at the Tesla power, whatever the fuck, the supercharger, and a Cybertruck rolls up and you start talking, oh my God, that thing looks weird. Ah, what a piece of junk. Yeah, it's not conventional, but it runs 1030s in the quarter mile. Excuse me? Did you just say that thing runs 1030s? Yeah, it runs 1030s. It gets 500 miles per charge. I can literally get shot at and nothing's going to happen, because when the ops come by, I ain't got no Oh, yeah? Go ahead. Shoot. I'm good. Go ahead. This bitch bulletproof. Out of all the combos you're going to do for the new series, the black boosted Gen 1 was the one you enjoyed the most, right? Abso-freaking-lutely. Because it just meant more to me, because I was a broke dude, right? I'm not loaded, but yes, I have some options. But a Gen 1 boosted manual car, it's so raw to me. It's the closest. It's like a refined Fox body. No offense to the Fox body, but the Fox body isn't the most desirable, comfortable car to drive in. But the car that most closely resembles the Fox body, that is modern, it is this S197 chassis. Michael says, it would be hilarious if Elon throttles back charging on Fords and allows Tesla's faster current. Wait until Tesla's charges for charging vehicles other than Tesla, see how much cheaper it is than gas. It'll be cheaper than gas no matter what, period. Thanks, Alex. I was having issues raising or lowering the RPM on the watt box, so I might buy an MSD. Only had an issue with the Turbo 400, never had an issue with the MT82. Ford CEO is doing bad. I read it on Yahoo News the other day. He said in a nutshell, Ford started building cars for everyone, but we do not do that anymore. Shaking my head. This is what made you great. Ford needs to fire. Ford needs to fire Jim Farley. Jim Farley has to go. I get it. You tried your best. You had so many blunders in your 2-year tenure that I think it's inexcusable, and I think the board would be crazy to keep you on board based on the fact that you have done some of the most crazy, unspeakable acts for a Ford guy I've ever seen. Like ever. You called out Elon Musk by name and then sucked his butthole to get the charging station access and went on a live with him as if to have a mea culpa. Please, daddy, let me please have access to your charging stations, daddy. Electrify America sucks. Daddy, can I have access to your chargers, daddy? Mustang Dark Horse. What the hell are you doing? All of recalls, all of the transmission failures, not having door handles, all these trucks on the lot that, oh, it's supply chain issues. Man, shut up. You have to go. In terms of optics, Jim Farley has to go. Alex, are most Boricuas uncut? If they were born like pre-90, yeah. Riley says it's weird because in the racing world, they'll re-gear their ex-wife to gain a 10th and nobody bats an eye. But touch a 6R80 and everyone goes nuts. Oh, yeah? That's not a real 6R80. Well, I don't know, asshole. This whole case says 6R80. Well, it doesn't have all the gears. Do you use all your gears going down the track? Okay, 6R80 guy. Do you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the end of the track? Oh, no, that's stupid. Oh, no. What's stupid is that you leave in second. Do a 2, 3, 4, and then talk shit when people use a full heart 200 hub that does the exact same thing. Dude said Yahoo News. Henry Ford would have sunned Farley and drug him by the ear. Is a Tesla L for me? Not sure why the board hasn't announced the leadership change for next quarter. Look, you don't think Elon Musk was almost going to be voted out being CEO of Tesla? He was also close to being ousted by Tesla board. It was crazy. Today was the first day I saw Tesla actually speed from a light next to me. Dual motor, car's insane, no noise, but hauls. Said Farley to Disney, gay Raptor Ranger, thank you. Farley calls Musk Daddy. I was talking about Pure Evil Alex. 744 NA Coyote and Fox Party running 840s. Yeah, no, what year is it? That car is, you could say it's a Coyote NA record, sure. Yeah, if it's an overall thing, sure. It's a fully built stick, standalone light car. But 840s is 840s is 840s. Target Wine Horse, exactly. Okay, let's do a little giveaway situation here, okay? Yeah, all right. We're going to be giving away some lightweight rotors, courtesy of Race Motive. That's right, the preeminent roll racing event, whatever, league. What is it? I don't know, they race. And you want black discs? Yeah, here. You can answer a stupid trivia question and get yourself free S197 rear discs and brackets, lightweight supposedly, and we'll also be giving away an N2MB watt box to someone that didn't claim it last week. So I'll get their name and I'll hit up DNA High Performance and I'll make sure that I do all the legwork because I don't have anything going on. So whatever. What are you gonna do? Okay, so. What is the name of the race of creatures that the founders would drug to keep them in line? What was the name of the race of creatures on Deep Space Nine? The spelling doesn't have to be good. The race that was being drugged by the founders, and they were like soldiers for the changelings in the Great Link. Let's go. Star Trek questions for the gays. You get to win the breaks. So we're giving away the breaks first. So if you have not won, you can go ahead and answer. But what is the race of creatures that get drugged up by the founders to fight their wars for them? Oh, someone said tribbles, no idea. Lycans, no. The Romulans, no. Modnats, transvestites. Someone said blacks. Whoa, Jack Mehoff. Unreal. There we go. Adam Griffin. The Jin Hadar, Adam Griffin. He's the only one that's going to get it. Boy, Adam, you're a nerd. I love it. Adam Griffin, congratulations. You win the breaks. Jin Hadar. Basically a race of soldiers that are drugged. And they're made to be slaves via this drug by the Dominion, the changelings. Pretty much the first beings on the, I think in the universe. So some others said the Borg, Vorta, Jemadard, Big Al. You got it a little too late. Adam Griffin didn't get the spelling right, but he was pretty close. You got the spelling pretty correct, I think. Someone said Ghetto Olympics, Jabberwockies, Cubans, Max Effort NA, Takwachis, and Jem Hadar says Extreme. But again, Adam Griffin, congratulations. YDBT for life at gmail.com. And you win the brakes for the S197. If you don't want them, sell them. Sell them on Facebook Marketplace. I don't care. Today, Spencer, who won the injectors, showed up. I gave him a shirt. He was in town doing some, I think he was on vacation. And met him, talked to him for about 5 or 10 minutes. Good guy. Gave him his ID 1700s. Hopefully he's good. So congratulations to Adam Griffin. Now, for the N2MB WAP box, we got to keep it car related. Okay, let's keep it car related. This is going to be, I don't want it to be controversial. I want it to be straightforward, like straightforward. In what year? I want to go back a little bit. Maybe Fox body stuff. I'll look it up before we go. Nah, I'm trying to be general, but I mean, it's going to favor old guys. It's going to favor a whole bunch of old guys. What year? This is a weird one, but in what year did the Mustang introduce the electronic fuel injection? Not the throttle body injection. The Mustang EFI. When did it start? In what year did the Mustang have EFI? Come on, guys. You know the year. Riley Neufeld said Fox body while I'm out. Oh, Mendoza, almost. You almost had it. Hey, Alfredo Diaz, 86. In 1986, the Fox body had electronic fuel injection. In 85, they had that throttle body shit. That single throttle body bullshit. I know you're going to say, multi-port, Alex, whatever. In 86 was the first year they had that EFI crazy-looking plenum that we all know and love. That is the modern Fox body plenum. Alfredo Diaz, congratulations, because you have a Fox body in your profile. Did you already win, Alfredo Diaz? Because you see, it sounds like familiar. Someone said the Capri had it first. I don't give a shit. I said Mustang. Someone said 85 and a half. That's my year car, says Alfredo Diaz. There you go. Perfect. So it was in 86. And you guys might say, no, man, technically it's 85 and a half and it's throttle body injection, Alex. Look, shut up. This is a very generic thing. So Alfredo Diaz, YDBT for life. Alfredo Diaz. YDBT for life, so you get the WAP box, N2MB WAP box. And Adam Griffin gets the brakes. And I'll ship those out by Saturday. I'll get them. Actually, Alfredo Diaz, I'm going to get your information over to DNA High Performance. They will send it to you. And nothing matters in California. If it happened in 85 in California, I don't care. Because California fucking sucks. I hate California. I want cookies like 2 years ago. Nah, you're good. You're good. The cookies were given away by Oh My God. This is completely different. So, Alfredo Diaz, you win the N2MB WAP box. And Adam Griffin wins the brakes. Congratulations. Good stuff. Nice and easy. Let's go just like that. Okay. So, where the hell were we on build stuff? Let me go all the way. Wow, you guys love winning stuff. A ton of comments came through for that one. Did you know Hennessy built Farley 1,000 horsepower GT500, maybe a 350? See, that's how I know. Like, okay, guys, we all know Hennessy. When it comes to modern, like, performance cars, we don't take them seriously. Well, what about the Venom? Guys, no offense. Hennessy might be a nice guy. Nobody says that Hennessy's a badass car. Like, nobody that has any credibility says Hennessy is badass shit. So I was blown away. Adam Griffin, you got it, brother. You win the brakes. That's like $400, $200, $250 or $300, something like that. I don't know why he's even on shows. Like, I don't know why he's even on anything. Like, the people that he must have a great PR firm, because I'm telling you, that name is synonymous with not necessarily quality, but we kind of chuckle at that, right? We kind of chuckle at the fact when someone says, I got a Hennessy built Corvette. Is it still running? And I worked in Houston, and I saw cars come out of that shop and end up in the shop I worked at. And I'm like, this is what they built? Bro, stop it. Joke. 1,000 horsepower, so 750 wheel. Exactly. Who's worse, Hennessy or Hell Horse? I don't know anything about Hell Horse. Is there controversy with them? Hennessy is overpriced. Joke. The Venom is just a revinned Lotus. The thought of that car started as a joke, literally. Like, I'm blown away by that. There are people, like, probably like Turveys, the Turveys of the world that go, oh yeah. Like, there are people that to this day, guys, there are people to this day, okay?
To this day.
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 That think a Super Snake is like Billy Badass. Oh yeah? Well, what about the 23 Super Snake? What about the Gen 3 Super Snake? You mean the Whipple Auto GT? That one. That one? What about the Super Snake from 2014? Well, that one made like 800 horsepower. Cool. Like, people think this is like a production vehicle that Ford put out there. Like, I can't wait to do deepfake Carroll Shelby. I just got to get a good sound clip, and he's going to talk all this shit on y'all motherfuckers. So wait until I get deepfake Carroll Shelby going, because we already got JJ, fake JJ, and fake Elon. Hennessy, I think, has been legitimized. He has a pick with Michael Jordan. Not sure if Jordan is going to get the new F5. Sonny, what the fuck are you asking the whole time? Riley Neufeld says Tennessee's by far worse than Alex. Alex, how many inches is Wade Boggs? Remember Wade Boggs? He actually showed up to his number being retired. Oh no, the 86 team remembrance with his New York Yankees World Series ring. Probably drunk out of his shit. That dude drank like a son of a bitch. A friend of mine bought a 4TG D500 from the original owner and had a $12,000 Hennessy package. Was a pulley, cold air intake tune, and some chrome dress up. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When your company is now a name that you can justify charging $12,000 for badging, wheels. Oh, oops. Doesn't Shelby do the exact same thing? Guys, I'm not a Shelby fan. In terms of the name, the allure, that shit is gone. The name, the aura around Shelby is fucking dead as shit. So when I hear Shelby, I go, just a really nice GT. Saw a Super Snake here in Cali for $100,000. Maybe Hennessy was trying to walk in Carroll Shelby steps with an AC Cobra. I guess. Wide body S197s are gross as fuck. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. The wide body S197 does not look like natural. And I've seen the authentic wide body kits. It looks so stupid, but some people drool all over that shit. People drool all over wide body anything. Wide body S2000, wide body BMW, wide body this. Bro, nobody gives a shit. Like, nobody gives a shit. Again, I'm a performance guy. I'm not a big fan of body kits that are non-functional. Like, what are you doing with a S197 when you add a wide body kit? Are you actually extending the suspension and making it work with the wide body, or are you simply adding a different offset wheel with super long studs and stressing the shit out of the wheel bearings to achieve that stance and look? Because last time I checked, they didn't widen the rear end. They just extended, pushed the wheels all the way out, putting a bunch of stress on everything. It's just so stupid. Mike Z says, is the S650 dual intake something to think about? Oh, stop. If you guys start putting dual intakes on your cars, I'll quit tuning. I'll quit. Fuck it. I'll say no, I quit. It's as dead as Mr. Shelby himself. The only Shelbys with prestige are from the 60s. Agreed. When Carroll Shelby had his finger on it, that's when it mattered. Now it's some like marketing team that's like, what can we slap this logo on next? What about an F-150? Sorry, Brian Luna. His truck is nice though. A Terminator's not a regular Mustang. It's a legendary around here. People who worship the Super Snake. Oh my God. It's a fucking Mustang. I'm going to be the guy that gets the car and meets. I'm going to be the guy the car meets with New Balances now and a Roush hat showing off my 202 out of 308 17 Roush Stage 3 Mustang. The Roush Stage 3 Mustang Jack Roush had a hand in building that, or at least said, "Hey, Mr. Roush, what do you think if we put a TVS supercharger on a Gen 2 Mustang, great suspension, nicer brakes, nice wheels, nice stitching Alcantara, cool steering wheel, and variable exhaust? What do you think, Jack Roush?" "Oh, shit, my pants." "Send it, boys. He said it's good to go." At least he had his hand in doing something. Offset with 2 spacers. Motherfucking Rice is spending $100,000 on body kits just for wheels, fitment, and bagged and looks. My driver mod is my wide body. I've never seen a wide body drag pack. Now it's non-drivers, just a chat group. Shelby Pride Month should be definitely self-forward. Was he chewing gum? Mr. Roush, we know you're a legendary car builder and racer, and we really need your input on this Roush Stage 3 F350. It looks like it's made for homos. Yes, we nailed it, guys. I'm going with pudding. Hey. Buonasera. Buonasera. What did I ever do to offend you? You come to me on the day my daughter's to be wed, and you ask for murder. I ask for justice. It's my favorite line of the movie. Like I said hello to me. And again, I respect the shit out of him. That guy's a G. But Mr. Roush, his best days are behind him. And we all have to recognize that. So, what are you going to do? But I remember I met him. And I met him at a racetrack. Nick Schaefer introduced me to him. And he's like, "Hey, this is Alex Flores. He's a tuner." And at that point, I was unemployed. And he goes, "Oh, what do you do?" I go, I used to tune for a living, like a calibration specialist." He goes, "Oh, good for you." Then I have the picture somewhere. Alric says, "Is Lund will be back tuning with SCT?" I hope so. Because there are so many people that were pissed off at the fact that that went away. And they were like, "Why?" I was like, "I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine." So if that happens, I think it would be beneficial. Again, we'll still support the HP Tuner stuff. We have like 3,000 HP Tuners people. Literally. And if SCT comes back into the fray, then we can then offer SCT tuning. And that's another, I don't know, 1,500 to 2,000 guys that were left over that wanted to hold on to their dead rat. They were like, "Lund is leaving? I'm not letting you go, X4. We've had so many. We've had 3 unlocks and 6 times it's frozen on us. But I love you. I don't care that Lund is going away. I'll get tuned by anybody else, even if they tune with stolen Lund files." Khan! Yeah, I mean, it sucks. But hopefully, if we get back into it and we can make it work, and now we can do this, it's a good time. I have a set of Roush wheels, normally $2,000 for those wheels, but I got them for $900, perfect condition. Man, the N-Gauge made people spoiled. Make my dead rat great again. Guys, I'm going to make shirts. You better send Luca Brazzi. Send Luca Brazzi. Godfather, the movie's already going. Don't worry about that. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. I was one of those pissed people because I just bought one to tune by Lund, but then to be headed the dreaded news. I had no idea things happening in the industry. Is that wine actually good? I don't know. I don't drink. I'm used to old SCT. Hold up my phone while watching your live stream. Hey, I just finished watching your How to Build Gen 1 Auto video. Great info. Any plans on giving us your insight on building a Gen 1 Pro Charge Auto? Yes, we're going to be doing boosted manual next. Then we'll do boosted auto Gen 1. Then we'll move on to Gen 2. The code red S550 GT500 is a joke to the name. Tell me about it. What's going on? What's going on with the... Do you guys know something I don't? Look, Fat House Fab, shout out to them. They got the contract to make the Code Red GT500 Shelby, blah, 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 blah. So that's good. It's at least out of Shelby's hands. And they sold out. But now, you're going to have guys that get on a dyno, and this is no fault of Fat House. You're going to have guys that get on a dyno, make 1,200 horsepower, and go, yeah, Code Red, yeah, what's up with that? You put on the Shelby hat. Oh, man, my car won the dyno competition. And then your 850 rear wheel horsepower 10R80 or Gen 1 or Gen 2 6R80 car meets him on the highway. And guess who gets donkey stomped once the transmission says, nah, we good. We're not going to shift today. Or heaven forbid they go to a half-mile event. Heaven forbid they go to a drag strip and their 1,300 horsepower dyno sheet matters fuck all there. It is the craziest thing to me. But I think those Code Reds are not going to ever see the track or the strip. It's going to stay in a really nice garage with about 500 miles tops through its life, and then they'll sell it. It'll go up in value because it's a limited run, blah, 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 blah. Absolutely, Riley Neufeld. I agree. Hey, look, the people that know. People that know. If you want a great performing car, that's not it. But if you want a prestigious car, a car with high prestige, high value, high return on investment, absolutely. But it has nothing to do with the performance of the vehicle. Well, Alex, how do you know? Because people have built twin-turbo GT500s, Motec or not. Your limiting factor is the transmission. So unless you're sticking a T56 in it, it matters fuck all to me. Sad the X4 is the closest thing to the N-Gage, yet so inferior. Look how they massacred my boy. Look at my boy. Call the other heads. The war ends now. No more bloodshed. Looking forward to the boosted Gen 1 auto, even though you'll be probably based it off of the 6R80, not Turbo 400. No. We'll do it all. Fuck it. Can't wait for that video. Code Red for the trans. The work done to the cars is clean, useless anywhere but the dyno. Gonna get drugged by a Bubba with Whipple Stage 2 kit. I believe it's 1,200 horsepower GT500 with red accents and roughly $200,000, and he retracted the statements. I used to work for Shelby Shop in Canada, and yeah, majority of customers would get upset if you call it a Mustang instead of a Shelby. It's a Mustang, stupid. Sorry, Shelby owners. I have a Shelby Mustang in my garage. Like, you're saying my C601 is not a Corvette? It's a Corvette. If I build a race car, it's going to be a Coyote Swap Fox. Neufeld says, is it just me or the RTD Plus not that bad? I don't know. If you are savvy with computers, RTD is no issue. If you're savvy with computers, it's no issue. But you got to understand, there are GT500 customers and 55-year-old plus men that have never fucked with a computer. They have never touched a computer. So then you ask them to do a vehicle read and then a write. Like, I am blown away that goes over their head. Which one should I do? Read it or write it to the vehicle? Hey, asshole, if you want to do something to the vehicle, like change it, you write to the vehicle. If you want to read, like reading a book that's already written, you read the vehicle. How the fuck does the English language elude some people? Alex, should I read or write? Well, what do you want to do? I want to draw the tune, so you want to read it. Are you sure I don't want to write it? I'm pretty sure you want to read it. When Donald J. Trump is back in office, you think the EPA will get off your back? I don't know, but he should fire every head of every department. IRS, gone. FBI, gone. DEA, gone. School board, whatever the fuck. Department of Education, gone. Everybody, gone. It's like an article or something. Get the fuck out of here, or I'm gonna fuck you out right now.
Get the fuck out of here, because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
I'm looking for Gen 5 Whipple kit injector to MXM50X. What's your opinion on these injectors? They're fine up to about 800 or so rear horsepower. Then you need more injector. RTD Plus is still stupid easy. Do it all on my phone with the app. The app sucks. Love you. The app is just, you can't do crank relearns. The data logging, you got to have internet. I mean, I'm sorry. I can't fuck with that app. I'd rather do the laptop. I'd rather you get the laptop. You don't need internet for the laptop. Yeah, I don't mind the RTD, but the N-Gage would be nice. Alex, last week I saw Robert Parrish steering his Fox body with his uncut rod. I was drooling. Leave the gun, take the cannolis. What's up, Poop Scallion? Right entire tune also, exactly. USB spark plug reader. I'm waiting to switch to Lund. I'm the guy with the SET X4. Look at that. Look, if let's say tomorrow SET decided to say, we're back, Mortimer. Hypothetically, put your hand up if you would switch to Lund if SET came back into the Lund camp. If you are currently with HP Tuners, there's no reason to switch. You got your device, you're good, and we'll support that. And HP Tuners is a great product. But if SET was tomorrow to say, yeah, we're back, Mortimer, how many of you would say, sure? And that's a small sampling size. Only 400 of you on the chat. Like, then what? Like, is it like an avalanche of sales? Yes, an avalanche of sales. You will see the craziest. This shit's gonna fly off the shelves because people are familiar with SET stuff. Super familiar. I've made tutorial videos. You don't even have to make new videos. Here it is. Here's a config. Here you go. Load the config on the device. Log on the device. Take the tune from the device, upload it to your computer, send it just like an N-Gage. Stop it. Watch live data. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this about an X4. And it's revolutionary. Can you recommend an LT4 tuner since Lund doesn't tune them? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Stop. Stop. Look at this hat. What the hell? Alec, we got to have a conversation, man. I got an LMP sticker. Late model performance out of Maryland. So LT needs late model performance. What the fuck is this? Like, who thought this was a good idea? I love you. He's a good looking guy. I'd smash, right? But my God, we got to have a conversation. So LT shit, LMP. That's it. I support my people. If I get my F-52 and already have an N-Gage for a Mustang. DeSantis scares the hell out of me for some reason on some Trojan horse type level. Nah. If you're in Florida, if you live in Florida, this guy is adored. You know how adored he is? He gets free chicken tender subs at Publix. If I wasn't already tuned by TSS, I'd be Lund tuned. Got it. I understand that. I didn't know about Lund until I was already tuned a couple years ago. Nothing wrong with that. TSS is good people. I'd take an SAT over my RTD, says Cody Austin. I'd keep my RTD Plus like ECU not being bricked. Hey, yo. Yeah. Oh, I got stories. I will die with my X4 on my shield. Alec with the cowboy hat, bro. Right, exactly. I'd buy one just to get rid of the Wi-Fi hotspot. Dude's wearing a Pringle chip. How late am I? Eduardo Duran says, looking like El Mayo nephew RTD fire sale. No, I don't think there'll be. Actually, there might be. There might be a huge fire sale on RTDs if SET decides to say yes. Now, we have over 2,500. Lund has over 2,500 RTD HP Tuners customers. So I doubt they're all just going to ditch. They've already made the investment. But new customers, and if SET decides to come back, that'd be cool. But again, no idea what's happening with that situation. Maybe on the toolbox, Alec listening to Peso Pluma. I don't know who the fuck that is. My car blew up. Can't wait to do a build motor so I get that Lund tune, baby. But I still think the whole emotion closing shop is crazy. It is. I need some Alex energy pills. Bro, I'm tired as fuck. This is me tired. That's his passive way to admit he's a lib. He's always said good service ain't cheap and cheap service ain't good. Free tender subs at Publix. Baller. Shit. Okay, let's get it out of here. Today we gave away N2MB Watt Box to Mr. Alfredo Diaz. We also gave away lightweight brakes to Adam Griffin. We talked about a bunch of stuff. We had Mr. Fake JJ DeBoss say hello. Also, Mr. Fake Elon Musk said hello for a little bit. We also talked about if modern tuning stays the way it is, are you just going to get onto older platforms? We've talked about that before in the past, but a little slight twist. And then at the end, we talked about speculating if SET was to come back into the Lund camp, how would that affect tuning? I think we would just crush it. I think we would just absolutely crush it. It would be so stupid. But we'll see how all that goes. I don't know what the future holds for anything or anyone, but we're killing it. We have an insane amount of tunes in the queue. So, I mean, we're so busy and we're really happy and thankful that you guys are still tuning your cars and allowing Lund to allowing Lund to tune your vehicles, that you're choosing Lund, and we appreciate that very much. We don't take that lightly when you're when you have a bunch of options out there like Lund, and Lund. I'm really happy that you choose Lund because at the end of the day, everyone's pretty much Lund too. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys either on the dating channel in about 10 minutes or the rest of you I'll see on Thursday for YDBT Daily and another dating channel. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll do a dating channel on Saturday or something like that because the back-to-back shows are a little tough. But I will be back on Thursday, 8 o'clock, YDBT Daily. We'll talk a little bit with you guys, see what's going on, and we'll catch up. And then we'll get after it at 8 o'clock on Thursday for YDBT Daily. For now, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes or a day and a half or so. Have a good one, guys. See you later.